All right, let's now proceed on with our coverage. And the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission today is expected to meet President Uhuru Kenyatta and opposition leader Raila Odinga. Now, today's meeting comes after the commission met and briefed foreign envoys on Monday. Meetings between the commission and representatives of the two main rivals of the repeat presidential election fails to find any solutions to the contentious issues being raised by both teams ahead of the poll. I now want to bring in my colleague Rita Tinina joining us from the Bomas of Kenya, where that meeting is scheduled to take place. Rita, do we have a confirmation that finally these three parties, that's President Uhuru Kenyatta, NASA leader Raila Odinga and IEBC, will actually have this meeting today?
Well, Betty, according to the IEBC, that meeting is expected to happen today. The IEBC, even on its Twitter handle, however, does not indicate what time the meeting will be starting. But here at the Bomas of Kenya, IEBC Commissioners, Chairperson Wafula Chebukati, Deputy Chairperson Connie Maina, as well as Commissioners including Paul Kurgat, as well as Roslyn Akombe are already here. But in terms of NASA and Jubilee, the officials, the leaders, there is no sign whatsoever, especially for the president. If he was to come to such a place, you would get the indications. First of all, a red carpet, his seat, security officials conducting searches, but there's nothing like that here. From the NASA side, we understand that the opposition coalition is still considering whether to come and attend that meeting with the IEBC. Remember last week, the IEBC chairperson, Wafula Chebukati, had expressed optimism that he would be hoping, the IEBC would be hoping to meet with the leaders themselves, including the President Uhuru Kenyatta as well as NASA flag bearer Raila Odinga. Remember, these meetings between the IEBC or between the representatives of those Jubilee and NASA have flopped 4 times. The first time, when NASA was meant to meet with the IEBC, that meeting didn't happen. The second time, Jubilee showed up, but they indicated that they wanted to have a meeting together with the NASA coalition. The third time, NASA officials stand up for the meeting at the anniversary towers, but then Deputy President William Ruto was late, and so NASA said they were not going to engage in such talks. The other time when the meeting was meant to take place was during the ruling, the Supreme Court ruling, and so the meeting was put off. The next time it was said to happen last week. NASA officials walked out saying that Jubilee was not negotiating in good faith, and so perhaps this meeting between the Jubilee President Uhuru Kenyatta as well as the NASA flag bearer Raila Odinga perhaps would have been the only hope for the IEBC to try and unlock the deadlock that leaders from both sides have not managed to do in those 5 meetings that they had with the IEBC. But as I mentioned, Betty, there is no sign whatsoever that President Uhuru Kenyatta will be coming here or if Raila Odinga will be coming for this meeting. Betty.